All right, good morning, everybody. Let's see, just checking over to make sure we have everything we need. I got a couple other things popping up. We'll take a quick look at these before we start. Nothing on that. Oh, nothing there. Nope. And we have everything up above. RNLX maybe. No. Do we have ATNM already? Doesn't look like we do. You know what? We'll leave this one open. This one could have something, maybe. Okay, so we're good with that. We've got EFSH here. It's not looking too bad. We opened up around probably around $1.95 here. We're seeing this as high as 291, so it's looking pretty good. Very bullish looking. We've got LLAP here as well, also looking pretty good. Going from lows of 256 here to a high of 387. So again, nice range. Sun also looking decent, going from bottoms here of $1.16 to highs here of about $1.55. EVK also looking decent here from 86 cents to a high here of $1.22. ENSC looks like it's been dipping pretty hard here below that 200 EMA, so I'm not sure if this is going to be playable. We've got very little volume recently, so we're kind of hoping on pickup. This picks up a little bit of retailer hype and this starts to move again if we're going to see any sort of playable action out of that. FWBI is not looking too bad here, going from a bottom of $1.19 here and a top of $1.56. WNW also looking okay, I guess, but spotty price action. Volume's kind of, not really there right now, going from a bottom of 99 cents to a high here of $1.12. So the range is okay on it. Nothing spectacular. CIFR is kind of the same story. We saw a couple good candles here that maybe meant that we were going to see something happen, but we've seen it tank pretty hard here, so I'm not sure if this is going to do anything. And ATNM, it's again, it's looking okay. We saw a bottom here of $9.30 to a high here of about 13.30. So the range on it could be okay, but we'll have to wait and see on the market open here to see if it actually picks up anything. EFSH looks like it's running, so I mean, this could be a good momentum play. We might want to try to jump in on this as a quick play. EFSH, we're looking probably for a 320 to 330 area. Anywhere closer to 320 is probably better. Even if you could get lower, that's awesome. Probably go for about 340 with it. This could die off pretty quick. Yeah, it could. And then we'll go for about a 310 stop. I wouldn't risk too much. You're looking at about 10 cents here, right? You don't want to, you could go a little bit more if you wanted to, but I really wouldn't suggest it. No point taking a bigger loss on this if you don't have to. We saw 316 there, not terrible. Nice dip there to 290. I don't know if anybody caught that, but I really messed up the tracker there. I'm really good at that. Okay, well, I tried to catch the bottom. I did not even get close to the bottom, but I got a fairly decent entry, 306. We're already up to 326, so I'm going to be looking to take a little bit of profit here. EFSH 340-ish, I guess. We're almost at 340, so that's basically PT. That ended up being a very solid trade very quickly. I really wish I got that 290 entry, but can't complain. Even 16 cents higher on that fill was honestly pretty great, so I'm kind of okay with that. We have LLAP here. It's heading down towards the 200, so we're gonna let it be. SunM looks like it's climbing a little bit here, so we saw this bounce off VWAP there on a 138. Breakthrough resistance there at 141, so maybe we hold on resistance here. That could be fantastic if it does that. I'd like to see it back down to that 141 area, maybe. We could take an entry off that. Yeah, let's leave it alone for a minute here. EVK kind of dumped below the 200. ENSC is not doing much. FWBI is not doing much. WNW starting to pick up a little bit here. So we are seeing this pick up towards that 9 EMA, 20 EMA area. I put on the Matador or the Toro indicator, but all these extra lines are kind of confusing me right now. So that's not exactly super helpful for me. ATNM's not looking too bad, actually. We're seeing this start to make its climb above the 200, which is perfect. That's exactly what we want to see. EFSH is still looking good. LLAP hitting that 200, so this is going to be a potential opportunity. On the 2-minute, we're looking at a much further drop though, so this could be an indication that we might see this drop even further. But I do think that we have some support in this area and it might bounce back up and hold. I think this could be worth a shot, so if this is going to turn bullish, it should be right about now. So let's go for about a 320 entry. We're going to go for, I think 350 shouldn't be too much of a long shot here, and then we're going to give it just a maybe a 310 stop. That 10 cents is probably all we're going to need here. So 10 cents is right here. Now, as far as EFSH goes, we said we were going to get 10 cents. We got it at 306 here, so we're going to go ahead and give it, yeah, like a 296 stop. Whoops. Right there, 296 stop. We saw it hit 336, 337 a couple times here. We did see a potentially bad candle. This one's looking like it's heading down as well, so we're likely to head back down to stop. Hopefully you're not holding on to too much with this. LLAP, nasty drop right down to stop out, so we will be stopping on that. Why are we getting reference signals on this? I think I messed up the tracker here. Let's try this again. EFSH. Okay, that's working out. LLAP. This one was a stop out. Okay. All right, it's working now. Good. That's what we want to see. We want to see that tracker actually tracking things. Sun's looking pretty good here. Nice run up. We saw breakthrough resistance again and again, up to 160 area. So this one's looking pretty good. I think it's a little high right now. We did break that high a day though, so we could be looking at some support in that 151 area. So anywhere around that could be a potentially good entry that we could try for. So we're looking at about 151. 165 is definitely doable. And as a stop, we could probably give this about 4, maybe 5 cents. So we'd be looking at probably a 146 stop, 146, 145 if you really push it. But that's not too bad. That gets us below most of the areas that we want to be below. That is Sun. EVK is halted. Yep, halted at 6:34. We're at 6:35. We got a 4 minutes left on this halt. We'll see if that starts to pick up. Let's see here. ATNM not looking too bad. I mean, it's not really showing us any sort of range we want to play right now, but it's not looking terrible. We're at 169 on Sun. It looks like it's just going to keep running. So if you jumped in anywhere here, it looks like you're pretty well in profit. 170 is pretty good. 175, definitely take some profit. I did get into Sun. I got in a lot higher than I well, not a lot higher, but a fair bit higher than I was kind of hoping for. But when you get these momentum plays, you kind of have to just jump on it where you can and just kind of hope for the best. That's basically how us momentum traders do it. You just cross your fingers half the time and hope the momentum holds. It's a lot easier in a bull market. You usually see these things running. What was I doing? Oh, yeah, it's field take profit. Take profit. Sun 170-ish. We hit up to 175. So, I mean, anywhere around 170, 175 is going to be great. We might even see this higher. We're getting a sell signal off Toro, so let's see if that's holding true here. LLAP dropped down to that 310 mark, all the way back up to 322. So you know what? We're starting to break into a range here. I don't know what kind of support we have here. Well, you know what? We got okay support where I put that stop, I guess. It seems to be holding off the stop, which is really annoying, but that seems to always be the case. EFSH looks okay so far. We did see it drop a little bit, but it's consolidating near that 9 EMA. It looks like it could potentially run again. W&W still heading down, FWBI not doing anything, ENSC is not doing anything, EVK still halted for another 2 minutes or so. Sun looks like it will be coming down. Hit 175, came down. It might come down to VWAP here at 153 or potentially maybe 151. Since I got in a little bit higher, 155, I got to move that stop up to it probably about 150. I can't really move it to 151 because that's going to be a resistance or support area, so we don't really want to mess with that. EFSH looking good here. LLAP is not looking too bad. We do have a buy signal on Toro, so for it to close out your short signal, I guess. Still learning what the arrows mean exactly as opposed to triangles, but you know what? We'll learn as we go here. EVK's got to be getting close to opening. 3-4, we got 3 minutes, so 2 minutes left. LLAP, something I really do think is going to pop back up, but if I'm looking at other time frames, I'm not seeing it. I'm not really seeing why. Maybe on the 5-minute here. Yeah, you know what? There is a little bit of support at 310 here that we could be looking at, and maybe that's just enough. So that could be it. Bull flag on EFSH. Yeah, I can see a bull flag appearing here. We've got the nice run up. We've got the consolidation. So yeah, it's looking pretty good as a bull flag. We're breaking in. We might break to a new high here. We just need to break that 340 area. We could see this start to run further. LLAP still kind of struggling. I'm not entirely convinced that I want to not take an entry on this. I think I'm going to take another entry on this. It might bite me in the butt, but LLAP. Well, if I could get 310, I'd be really happy with it. I'm not sure we'll get quite 310, but that's what we're going to be trying to aim for here. And then I think there's a big upside potential to this. I think 350 is looking really reasonable. And then if we get 310, you're looking at about 10 cents, right? So you could probably give it about a $3 stop loss if you get that low. So if you get lower than 310, this did hit, I mean, like you might not want to touch it if it gets lower than 310. I guess 310 is going to be the bare minimum you want to basically get in on this at. We don't want to be seeing this break down any further. We want to see this start to pick up now. We're basically saying this is the end of the run, and we're going to be moving up from here. Sun looking like we're getting a sell signal here. That's to be expected. We do expect that drop down to VWAP here at $1.55. EFSH does break a new high here, hitting 347. Looking good still, so I mean, depending where you took profits last time, I got some at 338, so not terrible. 340, 348, you could take a little bit more if you want. Maybe wait for 350 or a little bit higher. LLAP still holding 320. Sun might bounce off this 9 EMA. It looks like it's a possibility here. EVK is unhalted here, heading down. So okay, that's not a bad place to get in, $1.10-ish. We do have a lot of support here to $1.05. Yeah, that's a big stop though, right? We can't exactly just afford to give this a huge stop, so maybe we can get in $1.10. $1.05 would be the bottom, but we have to give it at least $1.05 here. We're going to go for $1.25 PT, $1.05 stop. So if you can get the 110 entry, great. If you can get lower than a dollar, I'm just going to move that support line up a little bit so I can get the stop here. Man, this is like impossible with these stops that are very tight like this. There we go. Close enough. Looks like we're at $1.17 already, so looking good. I'm actually going to take some profits here. And the reason behind that is if you're already in profit more than your stop loss, it's definitely a good place to make sure you secure some profit. So if you're in $1.10 and you're at $1.17, there you go. That's a good place to take them. Secures that if you stop out, you're not going to be hitting rock bottom there. LLAP does drop down to about 315 here. EFSH not looking terrible. We are seeing another arrow here. Those arrows pointing up or down? Down. Those are hard to see. So we should be seeing a sell off here, which is to be expected. I still think we might bounce off VWAP at the 20 EMA, if anything. We're going to see, though. Nasty drop down to 320, or 314 at the bottom there. EVK, nice bounce. I said Sun, I meant EVK. EVK on that last trade. I just caught that now. Sun not looking too bad. LLAP still you know, doing its thing here. W and W not doing much. Cypher down, not really. We're going to start closing these out that aren't doing anything. So CIFR is going to get closed down. We're probably going to close down W and W. FWBI still has a potential here. This is looking like a pretty solid curl so far. We're getting a lot of signals saying that you know, if you got shorts, it's time to close. So there's a potential there. EVK is still looking good. Sun, you know, like we said, this could bounce off of VWAP here, and that's kind of what we're kind of anticipating. We have that 20 EMA coming up close to it as well, which is good. LLAP hits the bottom here at 312. So anywhere here is going to be a good place to get in. EFSH takes a nasty drop down to the $3 area, which is not bad. Bullish candle here, not flag, bullish candle for sure. I'm not sure I want to add more to it. We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades already. I kind of want to add more to this. We got that bottom band coming up. The only thing that's kind of iffy is we're getting very close to that zero threshold and we're right on VWAP, which could mean a drop. But we could be missing an opportunity here too. You know what? I think this is gonna move back up. I need to see a little bit of volume here though. Well, we're too close on that zero. I can't risk it. I'll just leave it be for now. LLAP is still looking okay. Let's see. You're still in the first trade of LLAP? Wait. The first trade. The one we stopped out on? Oh, damn it. Well, you know what? That's not a bad thing. That could be a good thing for you. You're usually right on these things, so I hope you are right, because I got a very low entry here, and I'd like to see this start to climb. Where am I in on LLAP? 312. So we're in at 312. It's not looking too bad. This should start to curl up. We haven't seen a new low yet, which is good. We're hoping this doesn't break this like 309 level, right? So our stop is at about 3. I should move this up to 302 since I got it at 312. But yeah, we don't want to see this break down from 309. You know what? We crossed the negative and it's not giving up any price here, so that's good. Bearish on MACD. Yeah, I'm still not ready to completely say that I'm ready to jump back in on that. We saw, you know, we saw that 117 here on EVK, which is good, but we dropped down to 106 currently, which is very, very close to our stop loss. So hopefully we don't stop out on the remainder there. Sun start going to Tank City? Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, I mean, we just had a really big bull run here, right? We just went from $1.38 to a high of $1.75, which is massive. So yeah, seeing this kind of drop is kind of to be expected. I think we tanked a little bit harder than I expected, but you know what? It is what it is. We didn't quite get stopped out there. I think we were 1 cent shy. This could be a good place to add more, but we are very close to that zero threshold right now, so I kind of want to give it a minute and see if we retrace or if we fall through. It looks like we might fall through. Nice bullish candles on EFSH. We should have taken it. Was not ballsy enough around the $3 range. Suns has retraced. It's retracing above and falling back below a couple times here, so it's fighting. That's it's more than I can say for some of these stocks. Yeah, I don't like the range on this one, so I'm gonna close that down. Yeah, EFSH looks good right now. Not good for an entry. If we want an entry, we had to get it around that $3 range. I mean, you could get in, you know, somewhere around like 325 and hope for 350. It's not terrible, but it's not optimal either. Yeah, Sun's really struggling here. Yeah, LLAP. Yeah, no kidding. Very one of those. We got into a slow stock. We got trapped there. You might get in here on EVK. You know what? It's not terrible. We did bounce off that zero threshold. Volume's a little low, but that's to be expected when you're in this dollar range. A lot of things don't have a ton of volume at that range, and if they do get that volume, usually they start to rocket. Sun's still holding, just very, very slightly. Lap, yeah, it's a sleeper stock for sure. Look at this, 313 to 320. Nothing really there. You know what? If I hit 322, I would be happy to take a little bit off the table. So that's going to be like the first area that I want to try and take some is when I'm about 10 cents up, right? So about 322. I'm going to try and make them green here. So 322, we probably aim for about 330, 32, and then maybe 340 since that's at the top of the band right now. We'll have to readjust when the band moves. Yeah, see, this is moving lower, so 340's not really looking like a great place to take profits right now. EVK is still bouncing. I still think EVK could be a huge win. I mean, we already got like 5% out of it, but I think we could probably get more. Sun's, yeah, hitting stop right now. So we're going to be stopping out the remainder of Sun. Again, that wasn't a terrible trade. We still made about, 15 to 20 cents off that. EFSH, it's still doing okay. I'm not quite sure how high it's going to go. My chart looks like a racing track. Yep, I feel that. I do with the Toro indicator. These ribbons they're useful. I get what they mean, and it's useful information to some. To me, not really, because I read price action clearly enough that these bands aren't really super helpful, and they're a little bit in my way. But I'll give them a chance. I might get used to it. I just don't like crowding my chart. But we'll see. So far, so good. LLAP finally moving here, so we're ahead of that 322 area. We can start to look at taking some profits on this. All right, we're finally starting to make a little bit of money on this. Taking profit, LLAP, 330-ish. We're almost at 330 anyway, so, anywhere here. Looking good. Okay. EVK is dropping down just about to that stop level again. Oh, it looks like it touched. 105.5. Yeah, it didn't stop me out though. Kind of worries me a little bit because with these cheap stocks, sometimes it'll touch your stop and not really trigger, but get rid of the signal, I don't know. It's weird. When you start to get too cheap on stocks, like orders just don't always work the way you want them to. So I'm not really too much of a fan of dipping down to this like $1 area. I like $1.50 and up. I find that that's when you start to find that consistency. We have LLAP dropping again, which is fine. You know what? We took some profit at around 330 there, which is great. That's almost 20 cents up. Yeah, almost 20 cents up, which is pretty good. So I'm happy with that. EFSH is coming back down a little bit here, so it's a good thing I didn't decide to take entry there 325 when it looked good because we only hit 335. We would have made away with maybe 10 cents here. It could go back up, and it probably will go back up, but as it stands right now, it's not looking like super great. ES is still on a downtrend, it looks like, so we're going to avoid that for now. ENSC not doing anything. EVK still looking like a bounce here. Sun looks, you know what? This is looking pretty bullish. Everything about this is looking bullish so far, so I kind of want to look to get an entry on Sun. Gonna go for $1.45. $1.45. What did we hit down at the bottom? Yeah, it's $1.45 there. So yeah, $1.45 to $1.47 is pretty good for an entry. We're gonna be looking at about at least $1.65 would be what I want to get out of this, and then maybe a dollar. Give it $1.41. So you're looking at giving it about 4 cents. Of course, I pick right on another area of support there. But that's okay because it looks like we're coming back here pretty strong. You know what? I even in the ledger where I got it wrong. EVK trade. There we go, fixed it. LLAP's back up really nicely here, back up to that 330 area. So we're starting to see some volatility in the stock, and we could see this actually start to move back up to that market open around 344, which would be fantastic. Top band opening wide, we could see this 340 PT pretty quick. EVK looking good here, back at 109. HKD. There's always somebody who mentions HKD. I'll take a look at it, but I don't think I'll be trading it. We're $20 on this now. This is like getting lower every time I look at it. The candles look good on it. Yeah, still too high of a price range for me. $20 to $24. Like the range itself is okay on it, but it's not really worth playing. You know what though? I'm gonna leave it open because 649, 652. We got 2 minutes left on this halt. I think I'd like to see how this opens at least. We'll leave it open for that. EVK starting to pick back up. So right now it's not looking like a bad thing. It didn't stop me out, but you know what? It's still kind of iffy. EVK is still kind of iffy. Sun looking good here. We saw the high of 155. So you know what? It's not doing too bad. The one thing I don't like is that it's repainting my candles. And I don't really like that. Where is that? Candles as ribbon colors. There we go. Yeah. Not a big fan of it repainting my candles. I like seeing the actual candles. Yeah, so we might be hitting the support here, 152 and bouncing. That would be great. Got in 147, so you're looking at about 5 cents, so 153. We did hit 154, so anywhere at the top here would be a good place to take profits. LLAP not looking too bad. Did I get a green on there at 141? No, I didn't. Okay, so that's not too bad then. LLAP is looking okay. We did hit that 332 area a couple times. Looks like we're using it as resistance right now, so getting a sell signal on Toro, so we'll see if that holds true. EFSH, nice buy signal on Toro. We'll see if that holds as well. Looks like it's didn't finish painting itself. I wonder if that's a bad thing. If we can expect this to move down from here then. So I think the difference on this and then this is like this one I only have strong signals to pop up, and it seems to be a lot less signals, which is good because you don't need like a million different signals happening. 330 is still looking pretty good. We're still with the original entry there at 306, so you know what? We're looking pretty good. I'd like to see this hit at least 350. We got really close. We need to break that 350 area. So hopefully we see that happen. Kind of been a theme, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Well, with small caps, like you're gonna have stocks that run, and then you're gonna have stocks that like kind of do nothing, and it's kind of an art to find the ones that do nothing. And unfortunately, I don't really have that skill all the time. Sometimes I'm able to discern which ones are going to be slow, and I kind of stay away from them. But sometimes I get sucked in on some like negative volume like this one on the drop here. I saw a good opportunity to jump in to see a recovery, and you know what, it did recover, but it was just a little bit slower than I would have liked. I like the faster moving stocks. Yeah, HKD's got like, or EVK here has like no volume now. We get hit 108, 109, back to 105, back to 109. 3 cent spread. So if you're in at 105, maybe 106, and you're looking to get out some, I would start looking at like 108, 109 with a limit sell just to see if you can get the fill. EFSH, massive green candle, or massive candle in general, all the way up to 370 and then down to that 319 area. So we hit that next area that we want to take profits on. Hopefully you guys had a limit sell or you were watching it closely, because that 370 area was huge. We are dropping now a little bit. We're back down to 312. You know what? If we hit that $3 area, I'd be more than happy to buy back in on this volatility here. Yeah, let's see what we get down to. Even 310 is not terrible, but I would like to get a little lower. So I'm gonna start typing out an alert. The FSH, 305 to 10 would be optimal, I guess. We're gonna aim for 350 at least, and then we're gonna give it like a 295 to 305 stop. Stop from entry. So we're basically aiming to give this a 10-cent stop from entry, right? Hopefully that alert wasn't too confusing. Did that come out the way I wanted it to? Yeah, that came out the way I wanted it to. Yeah, so give it about 10 cents. We did drop down to 313 here. That might be the best you get. But just remember, you want 10 cents as a stop. You could give it max maybe like 12. Yeah, I wouldn't really go above 12 cents as a stop on this, that's for sure. So like if you got in around 314 here, you're probably looking at about a 304 stop, so you'd be about right here. So we can get rid of this 296, 298. Yeah, I got in. I couldn't wait. I don't want to wait. If there's going to be volatility, I want to be in on it. So at 315, 314, you're probably looking about 325 for your first profit taker. Then you're probably going to be looking at 340. And then hopefully we pass that 350 area, but you know what? You can take some at 350 if you want. And then I'm hoping for about 375. Oops, right there. So that's what we're hoping to see out of this. We might not get that. This might run itself into stop here, but you never know. So we're up to 313 here. We got a 2-cent spread on EVK. So you know what? This isn't a terrible place. If you did get in, you might be looking to take some profits around here. Sun's not looking fantastic, that's for sure. So we saw this hit that 154 area, which is where we're looking to take some profits. It came down to about that 147 area, which is basically where we entered. We did see that dip back down to 145. We are getting a sell signal and now a buy signal on this candle, I think. Yeah, definitely a buy signal. I'm not sure if the light green is better than the dark green. I should probably read the manual on this, is what I should do. I don't think I ever will, but I should. 114, looking good on EVK. Or, yeah, EVK. Sun's still looking okay. LLAP did manage to hit that 330 area, coming back down to support at the 200. EFVH, it's just going to stop us out, it looks like, at that 304 area. So if you were more patient than I was, maybe you end up with an even better entry here, and maybe you bounce. Where I got the stop at 303, 304, we are finding previous support, so this could be a good area for you. But you don't really need to give it a huge stop, right? Because if it hits below $3, you probably want to cut it anyway. But we'll see. HKD, yeah, too much volatility here. The range is okay on it, but not really the kind of stock I'm looking for. Sun's not doing too bad. ENSC, we're just going to close this down because it's pretty much dead. Same with, you know what, we'll leave this one open because we've still got some price action, but it's also not really looking great. All right, LLAP kind of giving it up a little bit here, but we could see this come back down to as low as 310. Damn, is this really just going to stop me out and then start going again? It probably is. I might have to just jump in on this. Where are we at? We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's not too bad. I'm not really sure if I want to jump back in on this yet. I'm going to kick myself if I miss this $3 entry and it moves all the way back up again. But I'm also going to kick myself if I jump in out of FOMO and get stopped out again. You know what? I think it's going to recover. I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. So first we need to call EFSH. I got stopped out on EFSH. Got in too high. And then I can go ahead and do another EFSH trade. $3 is where I kind of want to be, or around there. And probably not as high as 310 again, that's for sure. Gonna go for that, 350 area looks pretty good. Kind of same as last time. And then we're gonna go for a 290. 290 stop is what I'm gonna say, but I mean, cutting earlier than that honestly seems pretty okay as well. I don't think you need to wait exactly to 290 to leave this trade, because really anything dropping below $3 is not going to look very bullish. We're kind of hoping the support here at around $3 holds. I'll have a support line there. So that's kind of what we're looking at. Same kind of PTs, except if you get in at $3 here, you could probably take some at 310, and then definitely by the time you get to 320. So we can rearrange these a little bit. We could say anywhere between 310 and 320. So we'll just put this at 310. We'll put this one around like 325. We'll put this at like maybe 340. And then we'll go for a 350 on this one. And then, we're still hoping for that 375 eventually, but right this second, it doesn't look like it's going to give us 375. Sun looking really good here. We're at 157, so if you didn't get to take profits earlier, this is definitely a good place to secure some. Just make sure that you're not holding on to too much, but also I wouldn't really recommend getting rid of all of your shares just yet either, because this does look like it's turning bullish. EVK all the way back down. This is such a roller coaster of emotion on this stock. I'm really hoping we get higher than 317 here. FWBI not doing anything. LLAP moving back up again. Bottom band looking good. Volume starting to pick up. MACD is but getting close to crossing bullish again, which is good. EFSH, kind of bouncing as low as that 304 area. These candles are very hard to read. Can't find the proper size for them. But yeah, hopefully we get close to $3 and we can buy back in and see this start to move back up. That's the goal here. And we can also look at other things that are popping up on the scanner because we've been kind of neglecting the scanner here. There's Arab, which is honestly not looking too bad here. We're at $1.11 to a high of $1.37. We got a good range. Volume's looking pretty good. Very consistent movement. MACD, it's looking okay. Volume looks like it's tapering off. We'll leave this open for now, but it's right this second not looking great. Then we got True. You know what? Also not looking too bad. Price action's a little bit harder to read. There's not really a lot going on here in those terms. We're going from a 162 to 180, basically. Not bad. Immediate range is probably closer to $1.74 to $1.79, which is not great. But you know what? That might be worth keeping open as well. RNLX, yeah, nothing there. Didn't miss anything there. ACTG. Yeah, I don't like that one. The range is just not good enough on that to make me want to even try to play it. The rest of these are probably not even worth looking at. Is this our entry? Oh, yeah, this would be about our entry. It almost actually stopped us out and then started moving back up. We saw quite a bit of volume there. Definitely more selling volume than anything, but we are definitely around that entry point. So yeah, I mean, if you want to get in, go ahead and get in. We did dip a little bit further than expected. I just have to take the trade out of, because I called it, so I'm just jumping in. But I'm hoping this starts to pick back up. We did see a nice bullish candle here. I was kind of hoping we'd see a little bit higher body on something like this to show that we have some strength up above, but we do have some buyers here with some conviction. I got in 294, I think. No, 290. What did I get in? 295. Okay, so 295 is not that bad. With 295, you could go down to about a 285 stop. That doesn't get us to the support area here, but honestly, it looks like a recovery at this point, so I'm not too upset about it. LLAP, massive red candle there. So we were, it looked like it was chugging along. Then we got knifed on, which is, again, to be expected. So we'll be stopping on the remainder of LLAP. Sun's looking really good here, heading up to 169. So make sure you take some profits there on Sun. $168-ish. What do we hit up here? 169 or something? Yeah, about 169. So you know what? Anywhere around there is good. We're up pretty big on Sun actually. So I'm happy with that. 147 to 166 so far. LLAP, probably not worth touching after this drop. We're breaking into a new low here, so we're going to let this be for the time being. We only got that first PT, but you know what? With how slow this was, that was kind of to be expected. So we're going to let this be for a little while here, and we'll come back to it if it starts to look better. You know what? We did it up to 303 here on EFS Asia. Might be an okay place to take some profits. There is resistance here, and I did end up getting in really low, so I'm going to go ahead and say taking some profits. So I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit there. Don't, not particularly confident about this, but you know what? Got to take the trade. So secured at least 8 cents there. I would like to get more out of it, obviously, but we'll have to wait and see. Another huge candle up to 180 on Sun. Make sure you're taking some more. 180-ish, because I think we're about to push higher, or at least try to. But man, that's looking like a really, really solid trade right now. About 147 to 176 right now, so looking good. Let's see here. As far as the percentage gains go, so far we're up to like 19, maybe 20%, so looking fantastic on that. We're up a little bit today. I wouldn't say this is a great day by any means so far, but maybe if Sun pushes to $2, we'll change our minds on that. It does look like LLAP is going to continue falling. EFSH, you know what? I'm not really seeing a whole lot here I like. The price action's looking pretty slim. The volume's not looking good. I mean, we do have a couple buyers stepping up. I don't think it's enough to really make this push right this second, so we're going to need a little bit more out of it. ARAV looking like it's coming down to these ribbons here, 122 area. Not really seeing much I like there either. True not doing a whole lot. We're getting Hoth popping up, halted. So this could be something worth watching, going from $6 to almost $8. I do think this is coming down a little bit here, so we're gonna have to wait and see what happens with Hoth. But at least we're getting a couple things today that are halting. That's definitely a good sign for, you know, a little bit of volatility, which is kind of what we thrive off of. So we'll have to see on this if this is something worth playing. Exactly. Who needs large caps? That's how I feel. I look at large caps and I just see like boring nothingness. But I guess if you're trading options or very large cash quantities, it's probably a different story because you're only looking for that 1 or 2%. But when you've got like these smaller accounts, or if you've got a large account and you can manage the liquidity on these stocks, there's so much money to be made on small caps. And I know a lot of people disagree with that, especially the large cap traders or like big firm traders, because they're playing with like millions and millions. But you know what? You don't need to play with millions and millions to make the same amount of money that they do, right? The author of Rich Dad Poor Dad actually agrees that small caps is where the money's at as well. When more so for investing purposes with him, which I kind of agree on as well. I mean, most of my large investment portfolios made up of small caps, not so much large caps. And those really do pay off if you can find the right ones. Yeah, it's definitely different. You look at large caps and it's just kind of it's definitely more consistent. It feels safer for sure. When you're looking at penny stocks, when you see drops like this, like if you're a large cap trader and you see a knife like this, your heart must just drop. But I guess in the penny world, that's pretty normal. So I'm not sure how well I could trade large caps. I'd probably get bored. I'd probably get bored and start taking entries all over the place, scalping like 2 cents or something. Sun's not looking bad. I mean, it might hold on this VWAP 20 EMA and bounce. Looking at Aswell, I'll take a look at that. Sorry you spilled laptop on your, or spilled coffee on your laptop. Well, you said drink, but I'm assuming it's probably coffee. Something with caffeine. The super fast opens on large caps. I might. Yeah, I've never really even looked at it. So let's take a look at Aswell. Oh, you know what? It's a good run. I think the range is a little slim on it. Yeah, I'd literally have to be holding all day to get the kind of gains I'd want out of this. But it's not doing too bad. Hoth is kind of moving back up here. This could be an opportunity for a play. Risky, though. Definitely risky. EFSH breaking through here, 318, so good place to take some profits. Taking some profits. EFSH, 330, no, 320-ish. Not 3, well, I wish it was 330-ish, but we're not quite there yet. But that's okay because we're actually seeing us start to move up, which is exactly what we needed to see. LLAP could be going for a bounce here right off the support area, which is nice. That could be another opportunity. I'd like to say EVK is an opportunity as well, but the volume we've been seeing is just really telling me to not jump in on more of that. Hoth as well, not really looking great. Man, but the volatility, even with little volume, we're seeing this go from $1.07 to $1.13. Like that's big. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. That's pretty big. Sun back down to $1.60 here, so this could be the bounce opportunity we're kind of waiting to see. Could be a good entry. Sadly enough, I knock over my drinks all the time, but I don't know, I guess because I've been trading for so long and I know the stakes are so high that my reflexes are so good, I can usually catch the drink once I knock it over before it actually spills. It makes me feel like Spider-Man or something. But I don't think I've actually spilled something on my desk in a very long time. We are hitting that 325 area, so that's where we are looking to take profits. You can go ahead and take a little bit more here if you want. I'll just make that announcement here as well. Taking more profits, EFSH 325-ish. If you're just watching the alerts, it's gonna look weird because I just took a 320. But if you're in the stream, you know why, because we just hit that area. EVK just bounced up to the 113 level, back from the 107 level. Man, I wish this had more volume. It would be so much better to trade. Now Hoth is dumping. I don't think this will be worth playing. Although, you know what? It's popping up on the scanner now. Hoth is on the scanner, which is good. It's not just on the halt scanner. It's on the actual small cap one, which is gives me a little bit more faith in it. So I'll keep it open for now. AREV with a nasty drop all the way down to the $1.20 level. You know what? This has got some volatility to it that you could probably take advantage of, going from 122 to maybe 132. Like 10 cents isn't too bad at this price range. But at some point here, we are going to start to see a pullback. Yeah, I'm not sure I like that. Nope, LLAP is giving up this level as well. EFSH might be going for another push here. Just need to break through that 325 area. Got off the plane, came right to work and trading. Yep. Yep, definitely. Yep, I remember those days. Used to be in school and doing 2 jobs and trading all at the same time when I started, and holy crap, man, finding time to sleep was definitely the hardest task. You end up spilling a lot of things and making a lot of dumb mistakes when you have a lot going on. It's kind of nice just to be able to sit here and trade and that's it. It's kind of a luxury you forget that's actually even a luxury. Almost at 330 there. Still looking for about 340 for that next PT. Sun looks like it's holding this VWAP line very well here, so that's good. One day. Definitely. You'll get there. I think you are getting there. Let's see. ARAV. Yeah, you know what? Definitely good thing we didn't touch that ARAV because it would have pretty much been an instant stop out. I would have been pretty choked. Yeah, even at this level, I'm not really seeing something I want to see, so yeah, True's garbage. Hoth definitely has potential here, going from like 68 cents to 70 or 680 and then all the way up to 750 here. This could go again. One day, yep. Let's see, EFSH. You know what's weird? Out of all the traders that I know, most of them have either come from the tech industry or policing. And I find that that's very strange on both fronts. And then I find that most successful traders also play video games. And I kind of see the correlation with small caps. I'm not sure about other kinds of trading, maybe options trading as well. Um, but I do think video games definitely helps with like quick thinking, quick decisions, stuff like that. So if you grew up with video games, I think you're at a severe advantage over people who didn't. I think that's where the speed comes in, you know? Maybe even the controlling emotions, although I don't know, man. If you see me play video games, it is nothing like trading. I do not control my emotions. Can I tell your wife that? Oh yeah, I mean I will. I don't know if she'll take my word for it, some random guy on the internet, but I do think so. I think video games help. LLAPs, yeah, not really doing a whole lot, even with driving though. And there was a study done that showed that people who play video games are inherently better at driving because they can track the motion of multiple things at once. And I think actually that thought came up a couple days ago. Someone was watching us play games in the like, gaming stream, and someone was like, "Man, I can't even keep track of everything that's going on the screen." It's like, that's where that comes in, where you can track a lot of motions at the same time. Yeah. So got to give credit where credit's due to video games. There's a lot bad about it, but there's also some good things that come from it, I think. ES is just giving up all sorts of levels here. Seeing that drop down to 38.72. So you know what? We're kind of hitting a bearish zone here. What's indices are all down. Dow, Nasdaq, S&P 500 futures are all down. Bonds are up. That's good, I guess. That's like good news for like just about nobody, I guess. I don't know. I don't even know what the bonds. I just know when the bonds go up, I don't like it. Hand-eye coordination, yep. You want bonds down? I guess we all want bonds down. We should just we should make sure we tell the government to stop promoting bonds because they suck. Nobody wants bonds. Everyone wants these stocks. Got to retest that 38.91. Yeah. My candles are really thin. I hate when that happens, but if you try to zoom it in too much, you can't really get the big trend out of it. I mean, I guess I could just go to the 5 minute. Yeah, even that didn't really help. It kind of helped. Yeah, I would say, yeah, you'd have to, yeah, definitely that 38.91 and a half or something. That's where you'd basically be wanting to test and break from on ES. Hoping. When that runs, most of our stocks run. Okay, I think we need to get it on Hoth here. You know, we got a couple trades left, and I'm kind of sitting here making excuses to not trade because I'm not really too certain on anything, but we need to jump in on these things. So hopefully you're jumping in on the spike somewhere. It is very hard to make a call out when we see stuff like that, but I'm hoping to get in around like $7 here. And then C850, and then we're gonna go for like a 670 stop, 30 cents. Yeah, let's go 30 cents. You know, we're ranging so hard on this that 30 cents like probably isn't even a lot, but we do need to give it at least that much room, I would say. And that's pretty reasonable. It's about 4% from $7. You probably didn't quite at $7. You probably got a little bit higher, which is also fine. Just move that stop up a little bit. So, I mean, we could move this up to maybe like 680. 680 looks okay. We're up at 755. All right, I'm taking some profits on this already. Profits. 755-ish. Man, we hit such a big spike on that candle. But yeah, around 755, definitely good to take some profits there. This is super volatile, which is definitely, going to be benefiting us in the long run here. So we hit 730 on EFSH. Yeah, I took a 725. There's no point taking more. Sun does look like it's going to bounce. Those bands are coming in tight, so I'm going to go ahead and say I'm going to jump back in with some more Sun here. $1.60. We're going to go for $1, yeah, $1.80, and $1.55 stop out right there. Okay, we can get rid of this green line. We can get rid of this red one down here. Keep our levels nice and clean. We can go ahead and chart some more resistance lines since we're up higher now. Probably see a little bit here as well. But you know what? I'm actually thinking we're going to see some right here. So I'm going to put that line right there. What else? What else do I see? I see a little, yeah, I see quite a bit of resistance at this level as well. And I think we're actually finding quite a bit of support in this area too. Getting a lot of lines here, but I think they're all necessary. EFSH not doing a whole lot. We have EVK bouncing around. Hoth at the 740 range. We saw almost 760 there. The last candle hit 780. The high 792, so we're looking good there. Azul, yeah, you know what? It was looking good. I think this is maybe something you could hold for a long period today and make some money off of, but yeah, not my thing, I gotta say. Anything else popping up on the scanners? ACTG, that didn't look good before. SCPL, no. We got a lot of whites, definitely a lot of reds. ENSC's on the red side now. Sun not doing a whole lot. LLAP continues to drop. This could be a bottom. We said that bottom band starting to curl. I could have missed a support area somewhere in here. I'm not seeing it even now. This could be a previous day support. So we have EFSH looking to break out a little bit. Hopefully we see that up to that at least 340 area. You filled too much? Like you bought too much? I hope you didn't get a terrible fill on it. Yeah, fills can be bad on something that's got that much. It's got a 10-cent spread, right? So you got to anticipate at least 10 cents from where you get in. You didn't get filled. Yeah. Yeah, so there's two ways to play stocks with a lot of spread and a lot of volatility. One, you market buy and just cross your fingers and hope for the best. Or you limit buy and again cross your fingers and hope you get filled because yeah, 17-cent spread now, so you got to be careful with the spread. Yeah, the volatility is huge on this. And it's 743. Little risky. I mean, at 743, you're probably looking at maybe like a 710 stop, 713 stop. But if you want to get technical with it, but you know what? This could just take off. We are seeing that MACD give up, volumes kind of tapering off, which is not necessarily a good sign. It might reduce the volatility though, which is not bad. My red and green arrows on TradingView. So this is the Toro indicator. It's an in-house indicator that we built. So I can shoot you an invite. I don't know if you're on R2R. If you are, you'll be able to buy it from here. But if not, I can get you an invite and you can kind of figure it out from there where it is. Where do you go to get this indicator? Oh, it's right up at the top. I think it's get algo access, that channel. It's pretty good. To me, it's a little much with all of these bands and stuff because that's all part of it too, right? Like if I take it off, you'll be able to see the difference, right? Like this is what my normal chart looks like, and then with the Toro algo on top of it, we have a lot of mess. But you know what? It does its job. It gives you pretty decent signals, I think. And this is like really like I still need to mess around with this a lot. So once I mess around with it, I think it'll be pretty useful. I definitely like it on ES. I take off the weak signals though. So if you go all the way down, you can say don't show riskier signals and only show safest signals, and it'll give you like, you know, fairly decent entries. And I think these arrows here, yeah, these arrows here tell you when to close out a long or close out a short. I'm not sure how that's different from telling you to go long or short. You'd think it would be kind of the same thing, but apparently it's not. So we'll have to see. Lots of volatility here on EFSH. This could be another good area to buy in on at this $3 range again. We did see it down to 294, so could be a good area. That could be a good area, especially seeing this go up to that 330 area a couple times with the Toro indicator. Your trading is taken off so much with the Toro indicator. That's good. That's good. Yeah, I think a lot of people have quite a bit of success with it. We have a couple of people who, I guess we didn't make it like abundantly clear that it does a lot of things. Like you can swing trade with it, you can day trade with it, you can scalp with it, you know. But you have to go through the settings and figure it out because there's so many settings that you can change, and it's an amalgamation of all of the previous algos we've made. So there's so many things that you can do with it, but you have to set it up to do what you want it to do. Otherwise, it's going to give you, you know, false signals. But once you do have it refined for what you want, it's great. It's great for me because I don't have to change much on it because it was built off my strategies, so it's built for scalping. It's swinging with it's really good. I'm gonna have to try it for swing because I kind of want to get back into shooting some swings, but I'm not very good at it myself, so I have to rely on something to give me at least some sort of information. But yeah, I'd like to figure it out on swinging. And the nice thing is you wouldn't have to really change it back and forth if you want for swinging and day trading, because you could just open up another profile and make another profile with different settings for it and just load up that profile every time you're looking for swings, which is great. Yeah, I'm not seeing much more in terms of trades. We took Hoth. Hoth is like, it's doing okay. We're down to 717 here. We saw highs of, probably like 6 or 770 here. I think this is gonna turn around. Probably. It's kind of hard to say at this point. Volume's a lot lower. We saw a huge taper off in volume. MACD's been kind of cooling off as well. So I think we're hitting a consolidation because we're flattening out right around that zero threshold, which is, not necessarily bad. We're getting a small buy indicator here. So another thing with Toro is you have to wait for the candle to close. Once this is like fully developed, you'll be able to sell it when it's fully developed. That's when you want to use it as a signal, not prior to that. Like you could say like maybe now it's a little bullish, but you wouldn't want to be getting in on this just because it's there, because it could, repaint itself off. That's why it changes colors. Sun back down to that 160 area. EFSH is all over the place. Yeah, no kidding. Yep. But we kind of like that when it's all over the place because that makes it a little bit easier to make money. Obviously easier to lose money, but that's part of the game. $1.60 on Sun. Yeah, it's not looking too great here. We were looking for about $1.60. We saw it get up to $1.69. So hopefully, I mean, if you were in $1.60, $1.69 is definitely a good place to take profits. Remember, with anything below $2, you really only need like 6 cents. Even 5 cents would be okay. So it's looking pretty good. EFSH isn't looking bad. What are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. We're out of trades and we're actually out of time. So we're still holding on to some Hoth. We've still got some EFSH. We still have some Sun. I think that's really it. Oh, we've got a little bit of EVK left because it really hasn't stopped me out yet, but I don't know what's going to happen with this, so I wouldn't be holding on to too much EVK if you have it, just because the volume is pretty dead and it's going to be hard to get out. But otherwise, EFSH still has the potential to make money. I think Sun's going to do good as well. EVK is a possibility. I mean, this one's really hard to read. I wouldn't bother with ARAV or FWBI. Hoth, I think, is going to go again. I think we're going to see at least $8 out of it, so keep that in mind. We'll go over the tracker quickly here before I pop off for the day. We're up $827 today, so you know what? Still smaller than the last couple days, but realistically, that's more than I was hoping for. We hit 24K this month. I think, yeah, it's the last day. So this is how we're ending this month with $24,298 starting from $5,000 with a cash account. So we're looking pretty good on that front. Next month, we'll definitely be closing up the cash account challenge. We're only trying to hit 30K. I'll probably run it till the end of the month anyway, because Well, I mean, maybe I'll just turn it into a margin account at that point. Maybe I'll keep using the same 5%, but just not limit to 10 trades and just see what happens with the rest of it. But we're seeing at 83.7% win. You know what? I don't want to taint the win rate. So I think we're just going to keep playing it as is, even though we'll be past 30K for the rest of next month, just to see what our average win rate comes out to at the end. And then we'll start the next month with margin, because I know with margin, I'm a little bit more reckless with my trades because I'm not limited to the amount I can take. So we'll see what happens with that. But so far, so good. I'm liking 83% as a win rate. That's a lot higher than my normal win rate. So we're doing good. As far as trade summary goes, we're up 74% on alerts today. We took 2 losses, EFSH and LLAP. Everything else has been working out pretty nicely for us, I think. We took a couple trades there with some small wins because we got stopped out after the first run, but besides that, it's been pretty okay. We're hitting that 169 area on Sun again, so make sure you take a little bit of profit there. EFSH, you could be looking at a re-entry here on EFSH if you want to. But that's up to you whether you want to do that or not. I think that there's potential for this to make some money off of this $3 support area and move back up to about 330 on it. So do with that what you will. But I'm gonna log off for the day. So hopefully you guys made some money, and happy Halloween, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care, guys.